This is Robert Goodman for Positive Strokes. The topic today is how can I help? How can I help what? How can I help someone in need? How can I help? Before we talk about this, I want to tell you all a little story. About 5 years ago, I ran across somebody, and I was at a Burger King, and I was getting me two Whopper with cheese, some onion rings, and a large Coke. And I'm sitting in the Burger King and I'm eating, and I got my earplugs in, I'm listening to my music, I'm all in good space, I'm happy and everything. And this young lady walked in and she was at the counter, and she ordered her food, and man, she had a pocket full of change she was paying for. And I felt bad. So I walked up there and I said, "Put your change away." I said, "Ma'am, I got this. Don't even trip." And the first thing the lady came out of her mouth, "Did she disturb you? Did she begging you for money?" And I told the lady, I said, "Whatever I'm doing is none of your business." We get these people like this all the time. And on the outer surface, she looks like one of those people. On the outer surface. So I said, "Well, come on over here and eat with me. You know, talk with you, have a conversation. Is that okay with you?" So we had a conversation. So I told her what's going on. Why is it that you have to count out all this change to get you something to eat? What's going on? Maybe I can help. And she told me that she has been abused by her boyfriend, that she got tired of getting beat up, that she left everything. And I'm from the streets, so I know people could tell you anything. But me coming from the street, I knew she was telling the truth. Why? Because she looked me in the eye and she was talking, and tears came down her eyes. They were not forced tears, they were not fake tears, they were genuine. Because I am from the streets and I know the difference. So I asked, "How long has this been going on?" And she said, "For years." That he's out with his buddies, and she probably won't see him for another 2 or 3 days, but she figured gave her enough time to get away. And she ran with the clothes on her back as far as she possibly could to get away from him. Here's the interesting thing. I had $200 in my pocket for a bill. For a bill. I'll say, well, I'm not gonna do that because I'm gonna have a headache, and then I gotta, catch up. And, oh man, it's just too much. I'm not gonna put myself through this. I can't save the world. But I remember when I was hurting, and the strangers helped me. So I went in my pocket. I pulled out five $20 bills. And I said, it's not much, but this is the best I can do, and it's going to hurt me. But please keep running until you get so far from him, that you don't have to worry about your safety anymore. And when you get far, you contact the local police and have that man locked up. Because I believe that no human should just beat on people because they want them to do stuff their way. Well, it's male or female. No one has control to control anybody else. Person has the right to control themselves. And nobody should be forcing them to do anything that they do not want to do. So I did that. I gave her my phone number, my full name, and I said, please tell me and let me know that you got somewhere safe. So, next day, I started thinking about it. I said, I done got played. Robert, you done got played. She done got you for that money. She had to do her thing. Oh, you asked us just to get a call that you was safe. But you just wanted to know if it was a genuine situation. Genuine situation because it looked, felt, and my gut told me it was. So, about 6 months went by. Got all about it. And I went to the same Burger King because I wanted me some Whopper with cheese and some onion rings. And this woman walked in and she says, I got you. And I said, I could pay for myself. She said, no. She said, you don't remember me? I said, well, who are you? Do I know you? Do I work with you or something? She said, no, you're the man that gave me $100 when I had all that change and trying to get me something to eat. That woman gave me a hug, a kiss on the cheek, and thanked me. And brought my 2 burgers, my onion rings, and my Coke. She said, I was able to get away from him, contact her folks, and when she was safe, she contacted law enforcement and pressed charges. And she thanked me for saving her. I tell you this story because just because a person looks a certain way doesn't mean that they're that type of a person. And it doesn't mean that if you help somebody that they're going to do the wrong thing. Everybody that's homeless is not homeless because they want to get high. There are people that are homeless because of the pandemic. There are people homeless because they lost their jobs, their homes. We have people that are homeless, they can't take care of themselves. This is the reality of our life today. Do you want to walk by people and you see them hurting and just walk by and talk about them like a dog because that'll justify you for not helping to make yourself feel that you're doing the right thing? Or you got burnt because you done gave money to someone and they went and got high. And you know that's what they did. Or they went in the store and bought liquor and you watched them. You know, in the Bible, it says, you could plant the seed, but God makes it grow. So, if you just plant the seed of helping someone and showing there's a better way of living, you never know when that seed will grow. Just because it didn't happen in your eyesight doesn't mean that it's not going to happen. Because we have no control over nobody but ourselves. So, I say all this to say, in a Sunday morning, get up. Get a couple of cases of water. Get in your vehicle. Have your children come with you. And just drive around and pass out water to people that you think that need it. Allow your kids to do that. You don't know what your gift of water may cause a person to do. You don't know how much they may need it. That gift of kindness may cause a person not to go down the rabbit hole again, but try a new way of life. I say this again. By extending our help to those in need may cause a person not to go down that rabbit hole anymore. Do you want to be part of the solution? Or you just want to, I'll do that, they going to get money anyway. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to waste my money on mine. I'm not going to guarantee. Not doing nothing about a bad situation doesn't make it go away. Not doing nothing about a bad situation doesn't make it go away. You could forget about it. You may not want to think about it, but it doesn't help the situation. And if nothing is done to a problem, what happens? It gets worse. If we do nothing about the problems, it will get worse. If we do nothing about the problems, it will get worse. One more example. And I think I shared this before. You know, in the Bible, they talk about this group of people. These two groups of people, they didn't get along. Matter of fact, they was killing each other. But as this gentleman was traveling on the road, his enemy, or the tribe that they didn't get along, that they was on outs with each other, he seen that man beaten half to death. He was an enemy to him. He took him to an inn, paid for his medical attention, and said he'd be back this way in 2 weeks. And if he created any more bill, he would take care of it. And that was someone that was considered an enemy. But he showed love and concern for that person. It doesn't matter what a person do. I look at it like this. In my lifetime, I've helped people, but I've been blessed because God blesses me. Something that I need, or I need a door open up, it gets open. Why? Because I gave freely and it was freely given back to me. I gave freely and it was freely given back to me. So remember, don't judge. Help. It's up to that person to do the right thing. Or maybe you're just planting the seed to one day they may get the help they need. You may be the person that planted the seed to make that person be a different person. You may be that person. You have a great day.